Hello and welcome. For those of you who have not watched any of my other videos, my name is Michaela and I was born female. I went through masculinizing hormone therapy and I stopped taking it. That's a very basic explanation as to who I am in some manners. But the reason I feel like that's important to understand is because this is another video about the transgender topic. And here I'm explaining where the real battle is when it comes to being transgender. A lot of people are on one side or the other. Black or white. Yes, no. Transgender is a thing that everyone needs to accept and everyone needs to understand and support them, right? Or you think that transgender people are absolutely insane, they're mentally ill, they're messing with your perfect world that is not perfect as it is, but for some reason you're really offended by it. And I am not on either side of this topic. And so that's why I'm kind of talking about the battle that's going on between the two extremes, because they are two extremes. On the transgender side, you have people who are going against the norm in some ways that are good and in some ways that are bad, right? I think that women being able to vote is a great thing. I think that women having free rights is a good thing. I think men being able to express their emotions and their, selves with makeup or clothes is a good thing. I think that we should not have so many hard gender stereotypes in our society, and we should accept people for just having the interests that they have. It's okay for men to be fashion designers. It's okay for women to work at factories if that's what they really want to do. It's not really your battle to worry about, it's theirs. And that's where I think the transgender movement is moving in the right direction. Is we need to knock down a lot of these ridiculous social norms related to people's genitals. You know, I've known women who are really big and strong and can lift more than most men. I also know men who can sew and paint and knit better than a lot of women. The best crocheter I've ever met was a man. Like, we really gotta let go of these social standards. They're not helping anyone. And that's where transgender people are right. They are absolutely right about that. We need to let go of that stuff. It doesn't make any sense. I am great at starting campfires, and guess what? I have a uterus. Like, some people actually think that you can't do certain things because of a societal norm. And I feel sorry for those people. You've lived a brainwashed life just as much as transgender people have. And it's time for everyone to wake up. Not just transgender people, but people who hate transgender people. Everyone. There's a whole lot of stuff in society that we all gotta let go of. That's not serving any of us. And for transgender people, the thing they really need to let go of is thinking that there's something wrong with them. They are caught under this belief system that they're born in the wrong body. And I get feeling that way. I used to feel that way myself. Until I realized that a soul, a consciousness, your inner world has no gender. Gender is a physical thing, your biological sex. And there are gender norms, societal norms that we need to get rid of. Who you are on the inside does not have a sex or a gender or anything. It is a soul, it's a spirit. You reincarnate as men and as women in many lifetimes. I have incarnated as a man before and as a woman before. Because the spirit is not male or female, the spirit is spirit. The soul that you are does not have a gender. And I know that, like, putting my beliefs on people is not helpful, right? I get that it can sound like I'm trying to force my beliefs onto people. But no matter what religion you're a part of, no matter what spiritual belief you have, when you understand the soul, you understand that there is no gender. There is no such thing as that. And then the question is, well, where does my pain come from? Why am I uncomfortable with my body? And the answer is trauma. Trauma is what makes us uncomfortable with our bodies. Other people telling us we're not good enough, and us listening, us taking on that identity unconsciously is what is giving us discomfort. There was nothing wrong with my breasts, but I'd been taught that they were just a sex item. And yeah, people don't want to hear that. But that's the truth of the matter, is that you went through something. Maybe not this lifetime. Maybe when you were so young you can't remember it. Or maybe you do, and you just try to deny that that has to do with you being transgender. But that is the reality, is that transgender people are going through some serious trauma, some serious pain. They don't know where it's coming from usually. And then they associate it as being, oh, I'm just born in the wrong body. All these other people have the same symptoms as me, and they're transgender. And I fell for that. I let the medical industry take advantage of me, just like it's taking advantage of many, many other people right now. And I'm going to speak out about this because I am upset, not just for myself, but more so about all the other people who are going through worse than me. All the children out there who are making the decision that they don't get to have kids one day. At age 12, 15, 18. It's too young to decide that. I was 18 and I didn't know I wanted kids until I was 22. And 18 was when I was allowed to sign off and be like, yes, I can take male testosterone that might damage my fertility permanently. And I'm lucky it didn't. You know, you don't think about what you're going to want in the future at age 18. You don't think about that at age 12. And yet, these are the ages that people are transitioning. And it's not okay. It's not okay to tell someone, oh, hey, stab yourself with this animal's hormones and inject them into your perfectly healthy body because you have trauma. It's really messed up that people are taking advantage of someone who is weak and hurting and needs help, frankly. People who are transgender need help. And that's something I really want people who are angry at transgender people, who are taking everything out on transgender people to hear, is that you are targeting the wrong person here. You are targeting the victim. You are angry at the victims. What is that doing? What does it do to stab your thumb in someone's open wound and twist it? Because that's what you're doing to these transgender people. They're in pain, they're confused, they're suffering, and guess what? You're dumping more shit on them. You should be ashamed of yourself. You really should. And I can't tell you how many times people still give me crap, even though I am not transgender. Why? Because they're confused too. They've been brainwashed in a whole different way. They've been brainwashed that, hey, I gotta conform to this messed up society. I gotta make sure that everyone follows these ridiculous gender notions. Men can't wear dresses because somehow that's offensive to somebody for some unknown reason. I can't think of a good reason why men shouldn't wear dresses or skirts. on how that is offensive or hurting somebody for a man to wear a dress. And you know what? If you're upset about the bathroom issue, why don't we just have a third bathroom? I really think that would solve a lot of problems. To where have females in one bathroom, males in one bathroom, and a bathroom for everyone else. There are people who are intersex. What bathroom are they supposed to use? I really do think that we just need a third bathroom. Like, that would really solve all of these issues. And I've heard a lot of transgender people agree with that and want that to happen too. Because again, if there's a third bathroom, there's no males in the female bathroom, there's no females in the male bathroom, and there's a third bathroom for anyone who doesn't fit into these two bathrooms that we have right now. You know, there are solutions out there, but you can't expect things that have changed to go back the way they are. We need to move forward, not go back to the past. We're moving forward right now, and trying to push everything back where it once was is not helpful. Our society has never been well. It was fucked up before transgender people, and it's still fucked up. I don't know why people say make America great again, when America has done nothing but slaughter and kill other places. If you look into America's history, what do you see? Slavery, sexism, wiping out entire civilizations, taking advantage of Puerto Rico. There are lots... Not sure why the screen just got dark. Anyways, there are lots of things that the U.S. has done that are so messed up. You want to go back to slavery? You want to go back to sexism? I don't understand where people are trying to go. Back to the past. The past was messed up, and we should agree that none of us should go back there. We should move to a better future. We should not be altering our bodies when we need to be healing internal trauma. We should not be shaming men for wearing dresses. If a man wants to wear a dress, why are you so hurt about that? You know, there's a lot of gender norms that just don't make sense. And we need to change that. There's a lot of things that we need to change. And fighting each other instead of looking at the serious problem going on here is not the solution. You're so butthurt about a stupid bathroom, you don't understand that these people are being taken advantage of in a really messed up, cruel way. You want to be against the transgender stuff? Then be mad at the medical industry. Be mad at the people allowing them to do this, giving them the materials for this. Be mad at the people who are making these individuals into a science experiment. There's no reason to be mad at transgender people when they don't even know what they're doing. They're just like you. You also don't know what you're doing. If you're walking around just shaming people because you don't know how to express your feelings. If you're not okay with what people are doing, maybe you should do your research about it. Maybe you should understand what transgender is. If you have no understanding of it, how can you speak on it in a logical manner? The reason I'm able to speak out about this in a way that is coming from a place of knowledge is because I have first-hand experience in it. I took testosterone, you hear my voice. Someone with a uterus is not supposed to have a voice that sounds like this. My voice would not have sounded like this if I hadn't taken pig testosterone when I was 18. Also, they didn't tell me I was taking pig testosterone. They didn't tell me where anything came from. I really was just their science experiment. And I don't want anyone else going through this anymore. I am out of it. I have stopped transitioning. I have stopped letting the medical industry take advantage of me. And now it's time that other people realize what's going on. It's time more people get out of this illusion. And you need to let them figure it out. You need to be there to help them. Not stab your thumb in their open wound and twist it. Don't be so messed up. Don't be so cruel. If you hate transgender people, then why not take your anger out on the medical industry? Why not be angry at the people who are allowing this to happen? Think about it. Where did it come from? How did it start? Do some actual research. Because if you're just spouting nonsense from some emotion, do you really think people are going to listen to you? This isn't just coming from an emotion for me. This is coming from my real life experience, from things I have faced, I have seen, I have gone through, and I have come out of. I have a right to talk about this. And I want more people to hear it. I want more people to stop fighting each other and realize that, hey, there's someone else that started all of this. There's someone else out there who thought it would be a good idea to manipulate mostly the youth into doing this. And you should do more research before you go on the internet and talk about something. Because one tiny little bathroom issue is nothing compared to what I've faced. Whether you're transgender or you hate transgender people, the world is not in black and white. And it's time we realize that we are one humanity. It's time to stop fighting each other. It's time to help each other. Are you going to go out there and help people? Or are you going to go out there and be angry and point fingers and blame other people for your life not being the way you want it to be? I don't know about you, but I'm on here to help people. I'm not on here to be angry and spout nonsense that I don't understand. I'm here to talk from real life perspective, from a first-hand perspective. If you have not watched my other videos, I encourage you to go watch my transgender playlist. I have a lot of videos on this topic and about my personal experience so that you can understand better where I'm coming from. And you know what? I'm not on anyone's side here. I believe that all humans should be respected and loved and cherished. And loving other people starts with loving yourself first.